Hey folks, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Unmasked. Today we're going to go to North Dakota and we're going to take a look at a house that's had some damage because it wasn't winterized properly, and we're going to see what we can do to get it all fixed up. Touchdown. It's snowing. All right, so I just got here. We are in North Dakota in Kenmare. Kenmare? I don't know. I'm in North Dakota. That's all that matters.
Kin like the doll, mare like the horse.
Yeah. Kin like the doll, mare like the horse. So I'm doing my little, we're doing a little assessment. I just walked in for the first time, so let me show you what we got here. All right, so here's the first room to my right as I come in, and it's got some wood paneling on the top. You can see right here this little stripe. That's where it's come apart a little bit, so they just need to be tacked back up. The water, there was some water damage. That water had burst in here. It wasn't winterized properly, so it kind of allowed the water to flow. This room looks actually pretty good. Just flooring is going to need to be done. We're not going to be doing the flooring in here today or this week while I'm here. You can see some of the damage here. I don't know what that is. We'll figure that out. It's probably just a patch.
I bet that's just them testing the drywall.
There's a door that needs to be painted over. That's not too hard. That's an easy job. A little texture job right there. This is a door that's staying.
Nope, that's going to be closed in.
We're going to close this in. All right, that's an easy job. So you already got the 2x4s up on there. We're going to put a footer. A footer, it's already got a header. Inside this room, this is a master bath.
Master bath and master closet.
So all the piping is in place, I believe, right? Or is that still got to be connected?
But it's pretty close to done.
Got to connect that, and then we're gonna have to put up some boarding in here, and then do some drywall in here. It's got some insulation needs to be put inside. There's a drain pipe for the upstairs. It looks. So this looks like this is just the drywall. Actually, pretty easy job in here.
Yeah, we got to put in. This is a.
And is this little cabinet door? Is this door going to be filled in too?
Yep. Fill in this door. This is going to be the pocket door.
Okay.
We got to figure out this
pocket door here. So this is going to be like a closet, a master closet. Wow, that's going to be a nice size closet.
Here, closet here.
So you guys can't see this space-wise, but this is, I mean, if you see how many studs there are, 16 inches on center is typical. So you got about 6 feet or so. 6 feet in, and probably about, let's see, if you see the boards, that's 4, 8, so you got about 10 feet. So about 6 by 10 is my guess. That's a good size master closet. So I got a header up there. It's a slider door, a little pocket door. So here's the framing for that. That's pretty easy to put in, and it's wide enough. So once that's put in, then you can put up the drywall over. So that will be done real quick once we get all the plumbing stuff finished.
Yeah, we'll have to put in mixing valve and all that kind of stuff.
This is the master bedroom.
Yep.
Okay. It's got a little vanity there. That's what's going in the master bath. Okay, that's nice. A little curved feature. We got some stuff with the windows we got to do. We'll just do some drywall and do some foam, it looks like. Here's where some floor damage took place. They took up a lot of those. All this will be ripped up and replaced with carpet or some kind of linoleum, based on what the owner's telling me. And is that your hotspot right there?
Yep.
Cool. So just all the flooring. That's another doorway that's closed off, it looks like. Is this a kitchen?
Yep.
Okay.
Hard to tell, huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, a little bit, but not too bad. Looks like he's got electric for the range down there.
Yeah, it used to be range.
You got your sink. It's going to go there. It's interesting you got the sink coming right through the middle, but that's probably also partly for the cold, because it does get way below freezing out here, guys.
We'll put water pipes in the water.
It'll get down to wind chill and all that, -60 in the wintertime. That's for those that have never experienced that, like me. That's what we call freaking cold. So we have some PEX. And where did it burst?
Right over here.
Oh, right there's the copper line.
And then right there.
Oh, had 2 breaks?
Yep, so you had it right there.
Oh, okay. So
warm and cold.
PEX break, and we got a copper break. Copper's pretty easy to fix.
It might even be copper 2 PEX is where it broke on the other one, so it's both solders.
Is that a shark bit?
It might be, yeah.
It looks like a shark bit, which means that's really easy to replace. It's shark bit on both sides. So on this, guys, the reason why it didn't, the reason why it burst is because the water lines weren't drained properly before the winter came, and so when the occupants had left the house, it was able to cool down so much that it had to burst at the weakest point, and we have found the weakest point. So here we can do right there. We could actually do another shark bit where it's just copper to copper, and then you don't have to solder anything. If he's got a torch, we could actually reheat that up, clean it out, and reuse the same pieces actually. So we'll see how that goes with the PEX. That's like a $6 part for a shark bit, right there. Right there. So that's actually a really cheap fix. It shouldn't have affected the PEX pipe any. PEX is wonderful when it comes to cold weather and being able to absorb some of the expansion of ice and all that. So we got some electrical. We got to make sure those are in place for lighting and stuff for the sink. We have another set of electric lines that are going down into the basement. For, do you have it upstairs? Oh, okay, so that's coming from upstairs. So far, really easy stuff. I see this is just time consuming, and honestly, for those of you watching on YouTube, that's pretty much what construction is. It's not really too hard to work. It's just time consuming. This is already insulated in. This just needs to be drywalled, which is a pretty easy job. And where are we going from here? All right, here we are. We're going to go up the stairs. Here's a transition piece the owner is worried about. The owner is getting ready to sell this place. They want to have it sold before the end of June, most likely. So he's worried about the transition here. There used to be a door here and a door here. It's basically just a whole corner of doors. And he took them out to make it open, which is the right thing to do. Honestly, it keeps it open. So there's where the kitchen is, and I'm standing in the living room. And they got the stairs going up. So it was a smart move to take that out. But he's worried about this transition. How is he going to make this work? And so what we're going to do is going to get some drywall, maybe some shimming, and shim the drywall so it's flush on both sides. And then we'll tape it and it will match. That's the wonderful thing about shims, is if you're off by like 1/4 of an inch or less, it's really easy to put a couple shims on some stuff and then push it out. And as far as texture goes, you actually have spray texture cans that will get this texture. This one is not a texture you can get by spraying it. You actually have to get it pretty muddy and then pull away from it. But what I'm going to recommend is we do the drywall up to that point and match the texture on this wall up to there and just leave it be. Maybe put some kind of board going across, very similar to what he's done here on these corners. It's something where if somebody walks in the house, they're really not going to pay that much of attention to it. It's going to be a natural flow going from one room to another, so they're not going to care. In here, the owner's wife, or the owner, I guess she's the owner too, she had put up this board. It looks really nice. It just needs some touch-up paint to make it look nice and clean. And then on this side, they're really worried about this because down here, you can see how this board is right up against this work. But as you go up, you can actually see that it starts to come out away from there. If she had used shims to bring this out to make it more level or whatever, with that would have been fine. However, what we're going to do is probably, or at least what I'm suggesting, is put down some molding, some trim all the way down, and then maybe do a 1/4 round to match from here to it, and then just paint it white also. But other than that, it's a very simple fix for something that can be a headache for an owner. So here we got some little drywall that needs to be done. I haven't been up here yet. This is my first time coming up. We've got this little ledge right here. So we'll probably have to do something with that. Some kind of coating of some sort, even if it's just paint. That would be fine. It doesn't have to be carpeted. Carpet up here. I need some kind of trim around. And here we have a banister. Now this banister is a homemade banister. This is a bunch of 2x4s that were split and put together. So we may have to find some. It's actually really high for Banister too. This is 4 feet. That's really high for Banister. So we'll probably have to find some Banister at Lowe's or Home Depot, whatever they got out here. I think Home Depot is what they got. So we'll get us some Banister. It's not a whole lot of work, which means it's going to be really easy. It's pretty cheap to finish. Here's the first bedroom. Here we have some corner work. Let me see. Okay, that's a little loose. So we're just gonna have to just push that up, get that tacked in, and then put in a corner bead. That's not a problem. For the light, here you can see the electricity is going up through the roof. We're gonna see if we can maybe cut a groove into the wall or something and maybe make a light switch instead of a pull cord. It's not huge. If it's gonna take too much time, it won't be worth it. But we want as few things on their report as possible when they're doing the home inspection. I've got a couple little cracks like this. Not a huge deal. Once again, you can feel there's some settling. As I'm pushing on it, I can feel there's some settling on the other side of the wall. So it just needs to have some texture go over the top of it and probably be repainted. But you can see it's throughout. I'm sure this is not uncommon in North Dakota for places that use plaster or for drywall. Here we have it. This is a pretty like a wallpaper type thing, and that's probably going to stay there. It looks nice. It just needs some touch-up paint on the baseboards. Here it looks like it has been touched up. It just needs to be painted over, probably sanded down actually, because it doesn't quite match completely between here and here. But once it's sanded down, it'll probably be fine. Spray some texture. This is knockdown, so they spray it and then they take a blade and just knock it down. It's pretty easy to do. Other than that, in here, this room is pretty set. You got a little marble piece over there. Oh, there's a little tiny door.
It's a closet.
A little closet, okay.
This is our Jack and Jill closet currently.
So here we have a closet, a Jack and Jill closet. So two rooms that are sharing this closet. Now, we're going to close this closet off. There's the chimney that goes downstairs. We're going to put in a wall right here. So this light right now is a 3-way switch going from here to that light switch and to this light switch. We're gonna separate that and make it into 2 separate lights on 2 sides of a wall that we're gonna put here to block it off, so you have 2 closets again. All right, here's another bedroom. You see maximizing space. Oh, it looks like some flies are enjoying the warm weather in here. So we got some more here where we gotta tack out, some wood so we can put some drywall and make it look like it's part of the wall. Got some stickers and stuff probably could take down, but really just small things. It's a really cute room. Whew, it is warm in here, but this is where the issue was, right?
Yep.
Okay, so here's another weak point. This completely broke out from the water pressure, from the ice pressure. So this is shot, this mixing valve. The mixing valve, yeah, it might be shot, or you might be able to just replace pieces to the mixing valve, and the mixing valve may actually be fine. So we're gonna have to take this off and look behind here, see what that looks like. If it has some electricity to it too. What's that for?
That's the thermostat. So you can turn the board on and you can tell how hot it is.
Egads, yeah. So it could be the mixing valve itself is going to be fine, but the contraptions like this stuff will have to come out and maybe have something else that'll go into it. Maybe not. If not, then what we'll do is we'll cut a hole, an access panel right here, and just do like a utility access. It's really not also too big of a deal. Nice curved bar that gives you more space when you're in the shower, makes it feel like it's bigger. Also window treatment here for this one. The walls look great in here. A picture of the wife on the counter, that's nice. I didn't show it on camera, so you guys don't get to see it. Pretty bathroom. This bathroom looks pretty good. Even the flooring is held up pretty nice. It just needs to be cleaned. But the flooring will not need to be redone in here, just cleaned, even just, little bits in the corner.
Give me a piece of corner
Even this
there.
Right here, that could be just sanded down and.
Yep. And that was probably mostly from before anyway, from just having water run off the side.
Normal wear and tear.
You just need the transition piece there.
And transition pieces are really cheap. You can get those and cut them to size. All this down here, like this is pretty far apart from the sidewall, but even that could be made up with trim if you get the right thick trim. This door, this is what leads us down to the basement. This is my first view of the basement. So, oh, light turned on. That's good. Oh, okay. So they were breaking out drywall because this basement flooded. And I do have some backstory. I just haven't been in here yet. You can smell that it's a basement. It doesn't have like a mildewy smell though. It just smells like it's cold. Not necessarily even like a damp smell is what I'm getting, but more like almost like a freshly cleaned, not like lemony smell, but freshly cleaned water smell. So that's actually a really, really good sign. Now down here, he's got a bunch of tools. There's a little tool shed. He does have a detached garage. Wow, Zers. Looks like he's ready to can some stuff.
My workshop.
A little workshop, yeah, there you go. Is that toilet a functioning toilet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll have to figure out what that drain line is going into that toilet.
It's from the condensate pump from the AC. They ran the line all the way from there, all the way over to here, and they had it taped up to this sink.
To the mud sink.
Kind of leaks. So I had it going into the toilet, and it just auto drains.
Okay, well, we'll see. We're going to have to do something better than that. That's not something that I necessarily have to help him with. That's something he can do on his own. He does have PEX coming in here. It looks like, is that a water softener?
Yep.
Okay, water softening system. You guys have hard water here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's got PEX that will need to be held up against the side. It looks like it was held with duct tape before.
Yep.
They have little clamps.
Yes, sir.
And what is this? Probably like a Wi-Fi or something. All right, he's got a drain, which is great. So we got some water softener stuff. We got some PEX. Got some lines. Okay. Water guy's here, so he's turned on water for, I believe, the first time after it's all turned off. Got an electric outlet that's hanging out. So some of these, once again, he can do this where he can just screw it back into place. But this is a pretty decent basement. It was drywalled in, but they tore it all out because it got wet to prevent any kind of mildewing, and it was good that they did that because it prevented a lot of problems. So it's probably not going to be a finished basement when he sells it because that's just an expense he wasn't expecting to go through twice. And but the heating air conditioning system, let's see, looking at that, the water heater looks good from the back side. The heating system looks good. That's a good brand even. It's got a little pump for the condensate line that he was talking about that's going up and over. So good on that. That water heater looks good. Looks like the water's been turned off to the water heater, so we might maybe turn that on again and see. Maybe not. Might not need hot water.
Gas line to it too.
Okay.
Propane, I should say.
And this is a PEX line, but it's right up against the vent, and that's not good. Need to have some kind of separation there because this is, 300 degrees to 550 degrees coming out of this vent right here, and to have a PEX line up against it, that's not good. And they even just got a little crimp right there on the PEX line.
All right, I got it on.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll see about that.
And they just billed me a service fee from the city?
I believe so, yeah.
Alrighty.
Everything good down there?
Yeah, well, I've got it now. I've got it closed
this
the
looks-
ball valve right before the meter, so.
Okay.
This actually looks really cool.
And we'll find our leaks and fix them and.
And there's the electric
I
box.
just wanted,
That is something else. So we have gone around the house. We've looked at everything that needs to be done. I have made a shopping list of things that need to be bought, and the owner has a lot of the things that we need in his possession already, so that's good. I am right now standing in the master bathroom. There is not a hole cut yet for the toilet or for the vanity where it's going to be. We have checked the water lines. The water lines for downstairs are actually still good. I have instructed the owner to go ahead and cut a couple of the copper lines in the kitchen to separate those so we can add in new ones. And so anyway, I'm going to mark where the toilet's going to go, where the vanity's going to go. We're going to cut holes and start working on the plumbing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You'll see a whole lot more I got for you guys. Till later.